Yo, what's going on? You see the skin, clear, glowing, even in this cloudy, gloomy weather. It's how when you take care of yourself and you drink the water. But this video today, it's about, I don't be straight to it, it's just about controlling your emotions. Especially for men. Women is different because they're just emotional. That's just what women are. They're just emotional. So this is more for the men. But learn to control your emotions. Especially, you're 20, you're 18 over, basically. Learn to control your emotions. And don't use that I'm young as an excuse. In this country, 18, you're a man. So from 18 on, all that little kid shit, learn to get rid of that. It's gonna get easier as you get older. But definitely learn to control your emotions, have control of your emotions. Because take it from a nigga like me, I lost a union job. Pretty decent union warehouse job. I could have, even though it's a warehouse, it wasn't bad. They had different locations all over the country. I could have went to a different state. I was planning on going down to their company in Florida. I was gonna move because I really want to go somewhere where it's warm. I was gonna move down there because the money they pay up here, I make it down in Florida, I'm good. I could rack up some bread, get a nice little spot, move on to my next thing. That position where you could have been a CDL driver, they'll get you your CDL. You just got to work for them for a couple years, and then you're good. You gain experience with them, and you're getting paid pretty decently, and then you can leave and go somewhere better. But I lost the job after being there for a year. If you get there in a year, because what I do is order selection. If you make it a year at that place, you went through pain. So I made a year and a month. And it was the last week of the year, 2020 or 2023. I already was in the mood because this was back, I used to be heartbroken about somebody. I was in the mood, and like I said, I do smoke some weed, but I was smoking real heavy back then. I was trying to stop, cut back. I felt it fucking with me. So that day I didn't go to work, I didn't smoke. So I was already in an irritated mood. I wasn't in the mood for it. And I was doing an order, it was a heavy order. And when you working how it is, it looks like a racetrack a little bit. It's up and down each aisle. Imagine like 16 rows of aisles and you just going up and down. Pause. I was at the last aisle. And then you make a turn around, and then you ride down with Jack. And there's an opening, and you go out, and you're on the warehouse loading dock. So I was at the end of the order, heavy order. Came back from my break, all that. Somebody left a pallet on the turn where it was. Someone left an empty pallet there. When I was riding Jack and I turned, I didn't notice in time, and the pallet got stuck under my order. And I had put plastic wrap over it too. If you know anything about warehouse work, you know that shrink wrap. I put some shrink wrap on it, so it wouldn't fall, because I already knew it was heavy. Yo, that pallet got stuck under there, but I was making the turn, and before I could stop myself, all of that shit fell over. And I was working in the cooler. In that cooler section, it has all the produce, milk, eggs, creamer, vegetables. What you could ever think of in a dairy area or a produce out in a grocery store, it was in that. So when all that shit fell over, I seen milk open, eggs bust open, what you call it? Like mustard cases, juice, all kinds of shit. And basically, I worked at Cisco, and everything in that job is timed. The faster you pick, the more money you can make. So I had a certain time that I always try to keep. So that was in my mind. All that shit on the ground. The having to pick up all of that shit and restack it, and then Over there, them niggas, they immature. It's like being in high school. So when they see you some shit like that, especially me, because I used to have a reputation of dropping shit, niggas was on my ass. I'm not stupid, so I can hear and peep everything. So I'm just peeping niggas talking shit behind my back, laughing, all that kiki bullshit. I blacked out. I tweaked. I started wilding. I started punching the shit, punching cases, throwing shit. Just wilding. And I went in the office afterwards. I was home because you got to report what and shit, like, especially something like that. But all that shit falls, you gotta report it. You can't just leave it there. You gotta report it. So I reported my manager. I went about the shift. They didn't think nothing about it. Got the shift done. I went home. I went to work the next day. This was Friday. Last day of the work week. I walk in there. I get in. I put my stuff. I do my normal routine. I walk in the office to go get my unit and my scanner. And let me tell you something. I'm talking to one of the supervisors, and I hear my head manager. He's like, "Damn, come here now." I'm like, okay. I walk in and I see a paper on the table. When you see a paper on the table and they call you in, because it's a union job, that means you getting suspended. You're gonna get suspended. I ain't gonna lie. All right, now I could read the paper from afar. And then he said, and then he basically broke down that he had to look on the camera because all the stuff that found it. Maybe it was like a couple cases they won't check the camera, but the amount of shit that fell over, he said he had to check the camera and see what happened. And then they seen all that shit in 4K. Me wilding. I got suspended. It's just suspended without pay. They gotta bring it to the higher ups and all that. I already knew I was gonna get fired. Once they do that, I knew I was gonna get fired. I already knew it. So I had to wait a week. And they called me in. I went over there and they handed me the unemployment letter and my letter of being fired and shit like that. And I lost my job. And let me tell you something, that shit hurt. I'm not an emotional person like that, but yo, I remember the day when they suspended me. Not that day I got fired. The day I got suspended, I had to they escorted me out the building. Everybody in the cafeteria seen it, and I had to walk to the train station, went for Uber, and I almost cried. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, fuck. I had no bread saved up. It's another thing I tied my emotions. I was not saving money because I was in my feelings about a girl. So I kept wasting my money on weed and Uber Eats, all this dumb shit. So I really didn't have a lot of money saved. So what happened was I had to take out all the 401k money I had, which was like a little under 2,000. That's why y'all good of a job that was. 401k, I was almost at 2,000 after a year. I had to take all that out just to get me through like a month. And mind you, it took like a month to get the money. So I had to literally live off of one paycheck. I filed for unemployment. Unemployment takes a minute too. So I had to basically live off of that and some gambling money I had. And I was going through all of that shit because of just me being a dumbass and not being able to control my emotions. That job got me where I'm at today, where I could live on my own. I know it's unskilled work. I'm gonna get out of it, and I do a job just like that. Now, thank God I found that job. And got where I am today, where I could pay rent, food, bills, all that stuff, have some money to maneuver with and save. And I lost it. I told myself, like, yo, I'm gonna start working hard, get my money up there, rebuild back up my money. Set me back. I was sick. Just because I couldn't control my emotions. Literally just because I could not control it. If I had just said, all right, fine, let me just pick this up. I'll take this little L. Let me go tell my manager. I would have been good. They would have just seen what happened. The person who got that pallet would have got in trouble. Nothing would have happened to me. I would have had that job. thank God the job I have now, they pay me the same. It's not a union, but it is what it is. It pays. I kind of like the hours more. I got to wake up for 2:30 a.m., get there for 4. Because I get ready. I take my time when I get ready. I'm not up and just, brush my teeth and go. Nah, I got to make my food and all that. So I take like an hour. So it only takes like 20 minutes to get there. So I don't mind it. But I'm grateful that I have it. And that's just a lesson that I had to learn in controlling my emotions. The person at my job, he just got fired. He was one of the better workers there. He got fired because the nigga punched the fucking punching clock. It was last Sunday. This dumbass motherfucker, the nigga punched the punching clock because I think it's because we was working late. Them niggas on my job, they mad emotionally driven. They lazy. You feel me? No offense to Spanish people, but there's lots. It's all Spanish people. There's 2 Haitian niggas, a half white, half black person, and me. You feel me? The rest is just poppies. All of them, like one of them speaks English. And they lazy. I ain't gonna lie, they be lazy. I ain't never seen a group of men that don't want extra hours. Like, the job most times goes 8 hours. I show up an hour early. A lot of them come at 5. The start time really is 5. And we be leaving at 12 o'clock 1. That's 7, 8 hours. I'm really doing like 9. Most days 8, but like 9, sometimes 10. Longest you be there is like 11, 12. That's rare. It was one of those days because people didn't show up. I think it's because he was just tight because he couldn't go home at like fucking 11:30 or 12. Like we would normally leave on Sundays. And then I seen this shit. I'm like, yo, who the fuck punched this? And I found out who it was. Whatever was going on in his life, obviously he lost his cool and he punched that shit. I don't know. You could just tell that's just out of just not controlling your fucking emotions. And he lost the job. I don't know how his situation is. I don't know. But in this economy, I don't give a fuck if you work at McDonald's. You don't want to lose your job. I'm not going to lie. I lost my job last year. The beginning of that year. It took me 3 months to find this job. 3 months. And I got lucky. I didn't even remember applying to this shit. So, control your emotions when it comes to anything in life. When you're at work, dealing with a girl or dealing with a man, if you're a woman, But like I said, it's harder for y'all. When it comes to making decisions, don't make no decisions when you're not in the right emotional state. If you're not right up here, do not make no decisions. Just leave it be. Leave it. Don't make no decisions when you're not emotionally or mentally there. Because you will make a bad decision that will fuck you up. I'm telling you. This car, the engine blew. I blew more money than what I should have because my dumb ass was in an emotional state because I wanted to get my car back because the engine was about to blow because I wasn't keeping up with the maintenance. So I thought I could get a renty and make the money back and still drive when I should have just took the L for a little bit. I already had some money sent to go buy a renty for like 2 weeks. Let the money sit. Let me build up my bread. Let me just go to work or Uber. Go to work, stack up my money, fix the car up. Boom, boom, boom. We done. Nah. I went and blew that money. Just mad bread I blew. I think I took the car to the dealership and then I spent like 15 for them niggas to fix it. They didn't fix what was supposed to be fixing it, so I was in a hole with that. It was just a whole mess of situation. And the only reason why I even got out of it because my mom helped me out. And I ended up getting in debt with certain people that I had to pay off. All because I wasn't making good decisions because I was in an emotional state. Control your fucking emotions. Learn to. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I have to catch myself. Lately, I've been getting better with it. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, like I fly off the handle. I lost other jobs because I couldn't control my emotions. I lost one job because I cursed some African dude out because I thought he was talking to me in a certain way. Almost fought someone when I used to work at FedEx. I I had one job. It was a warehouse job. This was the first when I left my parents' house. I was not right at all. Yo, I was there one day and I got a text message on my phone saying you could do a 1099 job delivering parts out your car. And this was back during COVID, so we were short-handed. Short staff, I meant. And I was like, man, fuck this shit. I don't want to do this. And I left. I just walked out and left and went to that job. I didn't even know if I was going to get the job. I did get the job, but I didn't realize what came with doing a 1099 job out your car. I didn't realize the maintenance and all that went into it. That's why my engine blew, so I wasn't keeping up with the maintenance, because it's like you have to get an oil change all the time, change tires all the time. I made an emotional decision and left it was a warehouse job, but at my age and for what I was doing, it wasn't bad. I was getting like a little under $600 a week. If I had just got like a second job on the side, I had my car, I could have racked up bread and, got a little space before I had what I got now. Basically, all them years, 20 to like 23, 24, I was just making a lot of dumb decisions because I just could not control my emotions. But now, I'm older now, I'm more mature. I went through those trials, and now I make way better decisions because I just don't live off of emotions anymore. One of my old supervisors, he was a dickhead, lying ass nigga, but he did tell me some shit. He did tell me to control my emotions. So, just learn how to control them shits. Don't make rash decisions, because rash decisions comes from like just not being in the right mental and emotional state. It's not. It's not the way to go. And it comes to everything. Like I said, relationships, your job, money moves, business moves, whatever you trying to do up out of here, don't make decisions based off your fucking emotions. Control that shit. For men. All that, oh, it's okay to cry, all that, oh, it's good to be in tune with your emotions, that's some bullshit. Be in tune with your emotions, but don't let that shit control you, my nigga. I know niggas that be sitting here telling me about, oh, you don't be emotional, oh, you're so stone cold. Motherfucker, I gotta be, nigga. You don't see how it is nowadays? Man, Donald Trump put in tariffs on everything. Everything about to get expensive. Shit about to get. You think it's hard now? Man, y'all ain't ready for what's coming. And if you're not making good decisions, you gonna be fucked. You gonna be fucked up. Making an emotional decision. Go to your job one day and don't feel like doing that shit. And you just make a dumbass decision and just quit. Oh, I hate my job, man. Fuck my job. I hate going to work, man. You still take your bitch ass there because you know you gotta pay bills. You gotta eat, nigga. Some money better than nothing. I had to learn that shit the hard way. My nigga, I do warehouse work. I do hard labor, my nigga. I do workouts every day, basically. But you know what, my nigga? I don't make no dumbass decision over there because I know I need my job to do what I want to do in life. That shit is a stepping stone for me. I don't wake up every day like, oh, fuck my shit, I don't want to go. Niggas dead ass do that at my job. They don't want to go because they just being bitch ass niggas. Not me. I ain't a pussy. I'm grateful to have my job. I'm grateful to have 2 jobs. And I take my ass to that shit, whether I want to go or not. Because if I don't have it, how the fuck I'm finna pay rent? I gotta pay my rent. I gotta pay for this car, insurance. I like to eat good. I go to Whole Foods, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Whole Foods, my grocery bill be like $150. That's on the low end. I gotta eat good. I like to look good. I like to get my hair done. This shit, the fucking braids, it's like $80 to do that. I gotta get a chop, another $30. Maintenance on the car. You feel me? Well, I like to go and have some fun sometimes. I like fucking bitches. You need money for that too. So if I lose my job, I'm fucked. I gotta go find another one. This economy, fuck out of here. I'm grateful to have my shit. And yeah, I'm not perfect. I do have days where I'm like, ugh, or I'm tired. So I still show up. I just don't work as fast. I take my time with it. It's just like going to the gym. You might not want to go. You might as well just go and do something. Instead of your normal 40 minutes, maybe do like a little 20. Maybe hit the bikes. Maybe hit the treadmill. Do a little push-up, some light shit. You feel me? Go in the sauna if you got a sauna in your gym and just be out. You're better off doing something than nothing. Control your emotions and do what you gotta do as a man. This is not the time to play around. This is not the time to be all mopey and sad and, oh, I'm depressed. Ain't no time for that shit. There's no time for that. I don't give a fuck. I'm depressed, I'm sad. Everybody's depressed and sad, man. Nigga, fight that shit. Fight that shit. I ain't depressed. I ain't sad. I do what I gotta do. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's just me controlling my emotions. Master that shit. Make your emotions your bitch. And control that motherfucker. Come on now. Control your emotions. I like smoking weed, but I gotta cut back on the weed. I gotta put the weed away someday. And you know what that takes? Controlling my emotions, having discipline, and know, like, I bet if I want to get to the next level in life, the bug gotta go. I already don't drink. I don't go outside that much. I'm not over here just tricking on bitches just because I want to trick on bitches. Like, I have discipline. The only thing is just the weed. So I know that shit gotta go, or I gotta really, really, really cut the fuck back. And that takes controlling my emotions. You gotta control your emotions. A lot of niggas out here, they live like emotional bitches. The women got more heart than y'all. I know shorties out here that working 80, 90 hours a week. I know niggas out here don't want to work at all because they don't feel like it. The women over here, they got period cramps and shit. They bleeding through their pussy and they still go to work. They don't feel like doing that shit, but they still do it. Grown men out here, healthy as hell. There's nothing wrong with you, and you just don't want to do nothing. You just laying there because you don't feel like it. Emotional ass niggas. Control your emotions. A lot of niggas in jail right now, they'll tell you the same thing too. A lot of niggas in jail right now, in prisons, shackled up behind them bars, around a bunch of niggas. And you know why they're in there? Because they couldn't control their fucking emotions. I've read stories. A 20-second emotional decision cost me my life. Look it up. Go on Facebook or Google one of them shits and look one of them. I swear to God, just put in 20 seconds. A 20-second decision cost me my life. I promise you, you'll find a story of someone in prison that said that. And they're sitting there behind themselves for 20, 30, 40, maybe the rest of their lives. Like, damn. I gotta live here. Cold bed, all niggas, no women, no good food. CO on your ass. You in pissy conditions because you just cannot control your emotions, gang. Control your emotions. Make it your bitch. Control it. I tell myself that shit every day. Before I go, this one motherfucker at my job, he's a forklift driver, and he gets on my fucking nerves. He's this old white dude. He's an old bitter motherfucker. He went through a bad divorce and lost his job, and now he working there.